Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Ari Klapper. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
Avraham Ha'ov L'Koino Ala Kosav Omar Alav Avram Avi. We're back here in Mesilas Yesharim in Perek Dalid. Bir Knias Azehirus. How is a person koine the midah of Zehirus, of being careful? And we're talking in the third stage. The third stage is a person who cares about his olam hazeh. Do we care about our olam hazeh? If you care about your olam hazeh, we should learn from history that a person is going to be punished for every single thing that they do wrong eventually, and will be rewarded for every single thing that they did. And that's something that applies to everybody. And that's why he brings over here from Avraham Avinu. The Pasuk says about Avraham Avinu, Avram Avi, Avram my beloved. Kodesh Baruch Hu loved Avraham Avinu. Avram Ivri, the one who stood up for Kodesh Baruch Hu against the whole world. My beloved Avram Avinu. Still, lo polut min adin mipnei dvarim kalim shelo diktek behem. He did not escape judgment even for the smallest infraction. Al sha'omer b'ma eidah. He said to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, how do I know? How do I know that I'm going to get Eretz Yisrael? How do I know that I'm going to have children? B'ma eidah ki yerashena. How do I know that I'm going to get Eretz Yisrael? Amar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The midrash says HaKadosh Baruch Hu said back to Avraham Avinu, chayecha, by your life. Yadoa teida ki ger yezarcha. You should know that your children are going to be strangers in a strange land, and they're going to be ruled over. Meaning the midrash is coming to connect these two things. The fact that Bnei Israel had to go through such terrible situation in Mitzrayim, such difficulties in Mitzrayim, was linked to the fact that Avraham Avinu said, how do I know? Meaning there seems to be some kind of lack, a small lack of emunah, and that has to be fixed.
Yeah.
Ba'al shekar's bris im Avimelech below tzivah shel makom, in that which he made a connection, a bris, a covenant with Avimelech in Parshas Vayera, and he did that without explicit permission from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Amar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, chayecha shani ma'ashem b'simchas banecha shibadoros. Because you did that, it's going to take 7 generations until your people, meaning your descendants, will be able to come back here to Eretz Yisrael. It seems like very, very small infractions that Avraham Avinu did, and he was punished so severely. It seems very, very extreme. The idea over here, and this is something that we need to realize, that the idea of a punishment is not necessarily that it's a punitive type of thing where a person needs to get a punishment. It's not that you need to be punished. It's that there needs to be a correction. The correction, unlike in the correctional facilities of the prison system around the world, that they don't really correct anybody because the people just go back to jail after committing the same crime again as soon as they get out. Most of them, some of them at least. The point is that a punishment from HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a way to truly correct what was done wrong. If a person did something against HaKadosh Baruch Hu, there's no such thing. You can't do something against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Oh, but we did. Yes, it has to be undone. How is it undone? There are different ways. One of the ways is called punishments. One of the ways is called suffering for doing that thing wrong. So even Avraham Avinu, who is the foundation of all of Yiddishkeit, if there's a crack in that foundation, even the smallest little bit, it's going to have an effect down the road. We need to fix that. It needs to be taken care of, and if it's not taken care of, it will affect Klal Yisrael forever. It needs to be fixed. So even such a small thing needs to be fixed down the road. And that's what Klal Yisrael had to do. They had to fix these infractions. And we're going to see as we move along every one of these examples. We should realize beforehand, let's not make the mistake so it doesn't need to be fixed. We work on it beforehand. We don't realize it's not just us. We're living here in this world. We're individuals. What do you mean? If you're married, then you're going to have a family, and that's going to have repercussions on your future. And if you're not married yet, you will, Bez Hashem, get married. And you will have future children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren. And the things that we do in this world will affect our future generations. And it's going to need to be fixed if there was a mistake made. Therefore, we have to realize beforehand, it's not just me. I am affecting the future. the future of my family, the future of Klal Yisrael. And it's in this world. The more we realize that, the more maybe we can spur ourselves on to doing the right thing. It's not only about us. Yeah, Avraham Avinu, none of us are Avraham Avinu. But we all are going to be the leaders of our families. And therefore, we should take that into account. Hey, I need it. If I'm not going to do it for myself, let me do it for my future. Let me do it for my future family and children, grandchildren. Outside Kol Hadoros, who knows what kind of effect, by being Moshe Nefesh today, what we'll do for the future. Okay, shkoyach.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.